Welcome everyone to the Trading Cards Guild's deck profile for Dynasty TCG. We'll be using the Ikari deck and the Xian deck that came in with the Kickstarter set. So it's just these two decks that we received from the Kickstarter, and we will be presenting a deck profile that mixes the two decks together to create a really unique, fun deck that I've actually kind of like a lot. As you can tell, if you see the mat here, it looks a little bit beat up, and so are the cards are a little bit beat up. Because I haven't had my kids get a little wild with them, but that's besides the point. So I have the deck profile right here. First off, we run one Jinso, okay, the Swift. She's really good. Obviously, when she is played, you search for an item in your deck and place it into your hand. It's great. She also has a really good 10 rank card use, and I don't run it though, but I do run one of hers. She's really good. She's like one of my favorite cards. And plus, look at that. Wow, look at that art. It's so nice. And shiny foily, right? And then next I got Ikairi himself, the Royal Guard, right? He's really awesome to use. He's got an absolute great effect where it's gains 1 health before conducting battle. And it's great because you gain the 1 health, you conduct your battle, typically you fight off, and it really does save you a lot. And absolutely love using this card. And just making sure all these cards that I'm using currently right now are from the Ikari deck, just to let you know. I run typically 3 Forgotten Ronin, alright, just because their ability. Forgotten Ronin costs 4 for each other friendly card named Ronin on the field, plus 1 attack to this card. So good, love it. The next card I usually run, Maiden in the Mist, 3 of each. Now remember, you can only run 3 of each card typically within the game. So just making sure everybody knows that. That's the reason why it's 3. Maiden in the Mist, once per turn, choose a unit, and chosen unit's health is increased by 1. You do this once per turn, run 3 of her. This is great. It's able to keep your units alive, and you could definitely get a lot of really good games with it. She's actually helped me out a lot, and especially if you get 2 of her in 1 turn and you're able to like balance things out. 3 Light Cavalries. All right, I have my reasons running these guys. They are 2 resources, so it's cheap. They have a 2 attack and 3 health. Very helpful in many situations, so you'll see here in a minute. Now, Degreed, one of my favorite cards in the game, right? You choose a unit under your control, increase the attack of the chosen unit by 5, right? Then immediately conduct battle with this unit within its own lane, obviously when it's own lane. After battle, destroy the unit, and during your next turn you gain 5 extra resources. So each game you start off with 10 resources, and with this you gain an additional 5, making it 15 resources. It is great use of a card, especially if you need to get rid of a champion on the field or somebody who's a little bit beefed up on the other side. Now going back to my unit that costs 2, right? So we got fresh recruits. We got play from your deck to the field up to 2 cost units of your choice, right? And this is a 6 resource card, but it's great because you're able to get 2 units on the field immediately from your deck. And it's just amazing. And like I said, this will be including other cards from the other deck, and now you see how I like to play that card. Obviously, Intelligent Seller, this is an amazing card, absolutely amazing. When played, reveal your hand. You got your hand right, like 4, 5, how I remember. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand, and then you got your new hand. Now remember, you can only have a total of 7 cards in your hand when you end your turn, and then if you have a little bit extra, you could always what the ruling is you take those extra cards and then the ones that you don't need and put them back into your deck and reshuffle your deck. But this is an amazing card, especially if you got about 3 cards in your hand, you want to restock it up. So currently got 2 of those right now. Then we got call up, search your deck for a 4 or lower cost unit and add it to your hand. Obviously run 3 of these. These are great to pick up our Renegade Ronin and then other cards later on when you see when I pull them out from the other deck set. Bravery, increase the health and strength of 1 unit by 1, right? That's amazing, 3 costs. Eat up, spend 4 health points however you like. You distribute it however you like, and it's really good to stack some health on your units on the field, help boost them a little bit. I run 1 of those. Search for a 3 or lower cost equipment card. Obviously, I'll run 1 of these. It's just good to pick up 1 well, when you need it. Retreating enemy unit, Intimidate. This card's great. There's something on the field that's got a lot of attack buildup, or it's champion, or just about anything that you need to get off the field. So this is amazing to help kick whoever you don't need on the other side. You got butt heads. Run one of these. Choose one unit you control and one unit your opponent controls with the same resource cost, and then destroy them both. It's good to get something else that you don't need off on the field. And if you have something that's not winning or doing so good, you can just use that to get rid of it. Shields of Light, right? No unit can be attacked this turn, either side of the field. It's great just to have like a good block card. Obviously, I run 2 of these, increase the attack of the unit by 1. Run 2 of these. It's just nice to give that attack boost. And this one, love it. Pride for a piece. Increase the health of all units you control by 1 is such a good card, especially if you have a ton of units stacked on your field at the moment. These are simple cards, but I love them. With using Jinso or using your equipment finder, right? It's good just to mill out your deck, right? And then I run actually 3 of these, but you'll see that with the additional cards over there. Detour, swap the positions of 2 units on the field. It's great if you need something a little bit more bulkier on their side of the field and you can swap them on the field. Only run 1 of these. You can run 2, but I found 1 being pretty efficient for when I need it in my situations. And it's great because like you have a unit here and you have a unit here, and they put out something big and you just swap them out and get something there. And then obviously I run these 2, obviously gain 2 resources by the turn you play this. These are great just to have some extra resources. And now we'll be going into the Xian deck. All right, we'll be going into this for the extra cards that you need to be able to play your deck. And I'll actually have the full deck profile on the actual channel and within the website. Okay, we got Xian Zhi, right? And then he's amazing to have just because may attack twice in battle, ignore lane restrictions is great. You can pop anybody on the field that you really need to. He's a 7, he's great to have additionally. And that would be your additional from there. And these are the only ones that I run just because like it's just how I run this deck, and it's trust me, it's efficient. And then we got the veteran here. He is great, right? +1 attack and +1 health to the unit this card is supporting, right? This is so amazing to have. It's going back to this card back over here. The Fresh Recruits allows the 2 to play, helps boost the attack and the health of any unit on the field. These are great to have. Run 3 of these. They are really good between if you need the attack, like something that needs to be on the field stomp, right? Over here, the 2 with the 2 and the 3. Or even him, they're great. Now, Bloom Room Recruit is my favorite. He literally reminds me of like Gravekeeper Recruiter from like Yu-Gi-Oh days. So when played, search your deck for a cost of 4 or lower Bloom Moon unit, put it into your hand. Yes, so you draw 1, and these are inside your deck, right? So you play 1, pay 3, grab another one, scoop, play another one, play 3, pull out another one, scoop, play 3. That's 9 resources. If you have right here Grand Prosperity in your hand, activate that. Goes into what? You having 12 resources. That's 3 resources left over to play extra things from your hand, right? So you're able to scoop, 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 and then pull out a Blue Moon Imperial Archer, right? So you're able to thin out your deck using this idea and this combination. It's great. And that's the decks like I play, is to bring as much junk away from your deck, right, and then bring it into your hand, and then you're able to shuffle it out onto the board. So you got Blue Moon Imperial Archer, may attack 2 times this turn. It is great. I love this card because it has like a high health, even though it has a low attack. You have other cards like Veteran here to help boost that up, or even the other cards here to boost up the attack to make it more efficient, right? So very good combination. Then Trained Cavalry. I only run 2 of these guys, okay? But he's great. He's 4. You could pick him up with your other card here, right? You could pick him up over here with Call Up, right? Bring him to your hand. And then if this unit destroys an enemy unit card by itself, you may draw a card, right? So that's great. It helps pull more from your deck, obviously. So this one, we already talked about it. There's 2 here. This makes your 3rd that you run in the deck. Simple Sword, yes, 2 here. Makes the 3rd one you run into the deck. Yes, Fresh Recruits. Love this card. It saved me so many times and helped me out. Either pulling out my Light Cavalry or my Veteran and from the deck to the field, and then just dropping some guys on the field, right? So you run 2 of these, okay? And then Intimidate, retreat an enemy unit, still great card. Run 2 of these, definitely great, especially if you got both the starter decks. Deep Greed, still a phenomenal card. It's absolutely amazing. We talked about this before. It's a great card to use. And then last one, Grand Prosperity, makes a total of 3 for the deck because it just makes everything run efficiently. And this is how I literally built my deck. It's a 50 card deck. It has a great search engine into it. You're able to search out what you need. You're able to effectively put stuff onto the field, have enough resources to balance out with each other, and then get enough attack power to go for an attack. I don't think I've actually lost with this deck at all, but I'm just saying from a perspective of I've been playing with my students and stuff like that. I haven't got to play with a few of my friends too. And I haven't had a true chance to play against like other high-end players within the game, but I'm not gonna lie, this has been just like chef's kiss. It is a really good, not really good, it's a really awesome deck profile. So if you get a chance and you're really into the game, definitely try this out. It's going to be below in the comments, and you could check the website as well. It's going to have the deck profile there, the full profile. And that's just using from these 2 starter decks to combine to make this 50 card deck. All right, I thank you all for joining in on this amazing opportunity, and thank you Dynasty team for making such an awesome game. And it's just amazing, and my students love it. It's like one of their favorite games to play. It's like a must play with them. And I really hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it, if it's a good deck profile or not. And then, we could talk about it. Join our Discord, check out our website, check our archives, check out everything. TradingCardGuild.com or Trading Card Guild, anything. You can find us anywhere. Thank you guys for joining in, and we really hope you enjoyed. All right, guys. Deuces.